Again we are back to our lecture. For the 2 days we have taken introduction about what is accounting, and simply we have taken some of the examples to know what is accounting. So I may again repeat it that accounting is nothing just recording of facts, or we can say about the yesterday's definition, it is like bookkeeping. Bookkeeping means hisab rakhna. If we are purchasing or selling, then we are keeping up the accounts, means hisab rakhi, to keep the accounts, that is accounting. Now yesterday, including that, we have seen characteristics of accounting, for what accounting is used. Now on page number 4 I am taking objectives of accounting. See friends, this all is about to know what is accounting. No question answers will be asked for this thing, just we are understanding now what is accounting. For after one or two lectures we will know what we will have to do. Okay, this is just an introduction for you to know this subject. Okay, everyone, on page number 4, objectives of accounting. Now if we say about the objectives, what do you mean by objective? First, everyone should know that if you are learning any topic, then first of all you should know some meaning for that. So in simple way, if I am telling to everyone that objectives means goals. For example, if you are a student, now till 10th standard you all have learned the same thing. Now after the 10th standard, when you are promoted to 11th standard, so everyone will be taking their subjects according to their objective or according to their goal. For example, you all have taken commerce stream, so your goal or your objective will be to study the business and to know the business things. Now the persons who have taken science or have taken arts, maybe their objective or maybe their goal will be different. Suppose you wanted to be a chartered accountant, then it is necessary that you have to keep commerce. You cannot take science for that. In the same way, you want to become a doctor or you want to become an engineer, then you what you need? You need science. In that, commerce is not okay. And if you want to be a good writer, journalist or that, then you need arts. You cannot do it with commerce. So why we are learning accounting, what is accounting we know, why we are learning, so that goals are explained here. Okay, I may read it. First objective is written is permanent records. As I have given the example of notebooks yesterday, that if someone want to know what we have learned in standard 8th, then you cannot say it orally, everything, each and every word what you have learned. So what you will do, you will just give your notebook and you will just tell him that you can check our notebook and you may know what we have learned. So this is also saying that thing, that if you are writing up the accounts, अगर आप हिसाब लिख रहे हैं तो आप उसको रख सकते हैं और फ्यूचर में कभी भी आपको ज़रूरत पड़ती है तो वो आप देख के चेक कर सकते हैं कि हमने इसको कितना सेल किया था, इसके पास से कितना परचेस किया था. सो दैट इज अबाउट द परमानेंट रिकॉर्ड्स. नंबर 2, टू नो द इफेक्ट ऑफ ईच ट्रांजैक्शन. नाउ व्हाट इफेक्ट, हाउ इफेक्ट, व्हाट वुड वी नो? Suppose if you are selling a TV, then you have purchased that TV for 20,000 and if you are selling it for 22,000, you are gaining 2,000 profit. If you are not writing up the accounts, sometimes it is possible that you may get a mistake, that you have purchased it for 20,000 and if you are selling it for 17 or 16,000, then you are getting a loss. So if you are writing up the accounts, then you can know the effect of all these transactions. To know influential factors. Influential factors means nothing again about the profit and loss, that in our business we are selling 2 or 3 types of items. Now from which item we are getting maximum profit and in which item we are getting no profit or a simple profit can be only known if you are writing up the accounts. Okay, to determine tax liability. Now it is a new thing for you. Tax liability, you may not be familiar with the word, but in simple, every student must know that if you are a business, then you pay your tax to government. Tax can be in any form. If you are paying GST or if you are paying service tax, etc., etc. Now, if we are writing up the accounts, then on that basis we can decide that how much tax I will pay, how much tax my friend will pay, how much tax some other person will be paying. So, what is necessary for that actually? To write up the accounts. Okay. Number 5, to know quantum, and उसके bracket में लिखा है size of payables. It is a very simple thing to understand. If you are writing everything, if you are writing up the accounts accordingly, then you may know that to whom we have to pay and to whom we have to receive. And that is a practical thing. You may be knowing that your parents are writing up the accounts, mostly our fathers, because here fathers are doing that types of business. Then our parents will be keeping a book, separate book for to whom they have to pay and from whom they have to receive. Now, if they are not keeping the book, they cannot remember exact amount from whom they have to take the money. And sixth point is same as fifth point. Payables means to whom we have to pay, and receivables through whom we have to receive. Number 7, to measure profitability of the business at the end of the year. For us, the year we will determine the profit always at the end of Diwali. That it is a normal practice here that when Diwali comes, जिसको जितना देने का है, जिसके पास से जितना लेने का है, सब क्लियर करके दिवाली मनाते हैं. Means our trend is such that at the end of the year, our year ends mostly on Diwali. So on Diwali, to whom we have to pay and through whom we have to receive, we will just do this thing on Diwali. But in actual, I will say that according to the rules of government, for the business, first April is the starting and 31st March is the ending of the year. Now this you all may be knowing also, and if you are not knowing, then also you have to know this thing that now you are in commerce and you are learning accountancy. So for a business, every year starts on 1st April and it ends on 31st March. Means on 31st March we will give the money to whom we have to give and we will take the money from whom we will take. So normally business year is this year. Okay, you all need to remember. Okay. Number 8, to know economic status of the business. Now status is a different thing literally, and in accounting status is different thing. Status in accounting means that where we stand. Normally status means that what you are, how you are. Suppose talking about some billionaires and millionaires, then their status is very big. We are using this thing in the market. But here in accounting, status means some different things. Status means what is the current position of the business. Now position in the means that suppose we are running a shop. Now to continue this shop for next year or to close this shop, we will take the decision through accounting. Now why through accounting only? Accounts only will show that if we are running the business, then it is profitable to us or it is loss to us. कि अगर हम ऐसा बिजनेस कर रहे हैं जिसमें हमें लॉस ही होता है, तो वो बिजनेस को हम नेक्स्ट ईयर कंटिन्यू नहीं कर सकते. और ऐसा बिजनेस है जिसमें हमें बहुत अच्छा प्रॉफिट हो रहा है, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर हमें मोटिवेशन मिलेगा कि हाँ हमें ये बिजनेस करना है और फ्यूचर में हमें उससे भी ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट करना है. So accounting shows the current economic status, that your business is running good or your business is running not good. Okay. And the last, to detect and avoid errors and frauds. Now in accounting, what types of errors, what types of frauds? The word fraud we have already knowing, some of you may be knowing and some of you know, but you don't know in which sense I am telling. Every day we are watching the news, and there may be some news that this company, XYZ company, has done a fraud. In Chetarpindi, in our language, if we say that, Chetarpindi, Dago, then what type of frauds can be done? Suppose you are purchasing an item for rupees 10,000. By mistake, you are writing 1,000. So this is error. Unknowingly, by the mistake, that thing was of rupees, that item is of rupees 10,000. But by your mistake, you have written 1,000. So this is a simple type of error. Now this error can be a fraud also. How it becomes fraud, in the same way we will try to understand. Suppose this item is 10,000, we know. By mistake, no, but knowingly you are writing. Jani joi. Knowingly you are writing it as 1,000, so remaining 9,000 is a type of fraud. Why 9,000 is a fraud? Because actual price is 10,000, you are writing 9,000, so the difference, you are writing 1,000, so the difference 9,000 you are not showing anywhere. That money will be directly in your pocket, so this is a type of a fraud. So if you are writing the accounts well, you can detect such fraud. Now you all may be thinking, how these frauds can be detected? हम कैसे जान सकते हैं कि ये fraud हुआ है हमारे साथ? Then I would like to give one thing that we will learn in next chapter, that in account, each transaction will have two effects, minimum two effects. Now this is the main advantage to know such error or frauds. Suppose you are purchasing for 10,000, then in first entry you are writing 10,000 and in next entry you are writing 1,000, so directly your fraud will be detected. This thing we will learn in next chapter. Now it is difficult for you to understand, but just I have given an example that in next chapters we will learn the effects of transaction. Every transaction will have minimum two effects, so easily we can detect the fraud. So this was about the objectives, or objective means goals of accounting. Okay. Now after learning the goals, we will have to learn the advantages and the limitations. There are always two sides of a coin. If there are some advantages, then also it will take some limitations with it. Now we may try to know what are the advantages of accounting on page number 5. Okay, now first line they are writing very good. Accounting is a social science. Please everyone underline that thing. Accounting is a social science. Now why they are telling? This science is used in entire world. Its utility discloses its advantages. Now they are telling that this science is used in entire world. Now what they are meaning to say is that in accounts you cannot write as per your wish. कि आपको ऐसा लगता है कि मुझे ऐसे लिखना है तो मैं ऐसे लिखूंगा और उसे जैसे लिखना है वो लिखेगा. नो, दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल फ्रेंड्स. अकाउंटिंग हैज सम रूल्स. जैसे मैंने स्टार्टिंग के पहले लेक्चर में बोला था कि व्हेन यू आर एडमिटेड न्यूली इन द स्कूल, नाउ टू लर्न द इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज यू नीड टू नो इट्स ग्रामर पार्ट, एंड दैट ग्रामर पार्ट हैज सम रूल्स. टू राइट ए सेंटेंस ऑल्सो देयर आर सम रूल्स. In the same way, accounting has also some rules, and each and every person need to know that rules so that he can write up the accounts. Means आपको जैसे मजा आता है वैसे आप नहीं लिख सकते, इधर कुछ हमें rules follow करने पड़ते हैं. Okay, so they are giving some of the advantages and some of the limitations. Okay, what is the first advantage? Availability of accounting information. ये हमें ऑब्जेक्टिव में भी देख लिया है, परमानेंट रिकॉर्ड्स जब भी हमने रीड किया था. Now if we are writing up the accounts, it is a permanent record. वो हम रख सकते हैं और जब भी हमको चाहिए वो हम देख के डिसीजन ले सकते हैं. तो वही एडवांटेज यहाँ भी लिखा है कि अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ अकाउंटिंग इंफॉर्मेशन. When you want, at what time you want, you can avail that information. Now in nowadays, I want to say a current thing कि आजकल वो ट्रेंड नहीं है कि हम एक एक ट्रांजैक्शन लिखें, but everything is computerized. So our data is very safe. We can take its backup. We can store it in some another disk drive also. So our data is very safe and secure. पहले क्या था, लोग अपनी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में ये रिकॉर्ड करते थे. Now by some mistake that book is destroyed through anything. कि अभी बारिश का मौसम है तो जो अकाउंटिंग बुक है वो उसको नुकसान हो गया. So that book is destroyed. So our records are vanished. But nowadays everything is computerized, so our data is very safe and secure. Okay, number 2, to know the profitability. Again it is same what we have seen in goals, that if you are writing up the accounts properly, then you may know the exact profit of your business. Again a third thing, economic status के जैसे लिखा है, to know the financial status. Again it is the same thing what is written in the goal, that if you are writing up the accounts properly, you may know your profit, that is written in second advantage. But third advantage, you may also know your status, that in future you will run this business or you will close down this business. Tax planning, again it is a repeated point, that to government what type of tax and how much tax is to be paid can only be known through writing up the accounts. Valuation of business. Suppose you are having a business, the value of which is 10 lakhs in the present, in the past, when we have started the business, its value was 10 lakh. अब मैं ये वैल्यू उसकी 10 लाख कैसे बता रहा हूँ? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर स्टार्टिंग ए फैक्ट्री, यू आर इंस्टॉलिंग न्यू मशीन्स, यू आर परचेजिंग ए लैंड, यू आर परचेजिंग बिल्डिंग, व्हीकल्स, एवरीथिंग. सो द टोटल वैल्यू इज 10 lakh. Now in the future your business is running very good and you are having so much of profit, so it is possible that your current 10 lakhs are becoming 20 lakhs. जैसे हम अपना जो घर जिसमें रहते हैं वो परचेस किया है बिफोर 10 to 20 years. Now today's value is more than 10 times. So this can only be seen if you are writing up the accounts. Decision making. If you want to make some new decisions that we are running this business and business is very good, then in future how this business will be best, such decisions are only taken through this accounting. Number 7 is very good thing as an evidence. If you want to detect some error or some frauds, then how you will know? If you have written it properly, at that moment also you can show these evidence and you can catch up these errors. And comparison with past operations. With past operation we can compare, for example, in this year the sales is not good due to coronavirus, so we will compare it with the previous year. Okay, in 2019 we have a sales of rupees 10 lakh. In this year we are having a sales of only 5 lakhs. So what was the reason? The reason was corona. So this comparison is possible by comparing with previous year's figures. Then in next page, moral control. Now moral control is such a thing which you cannot write in terms of money. Moral means a type of motivation. Suppose you are having so much workers. Now moral control is such a thing that in the business, if we are having workers, some will be doing some other work, the other will be having other work, means different duties are assigned. अब हम उस पर ट्रस्ट कैसे करेंगे कि इसने जो काम किया है वो एकदम सही है? तो हमें उस पर ट्रस्ट कैसे आएगा इफ़ वी आर राइटिंग देयर परफॉर्मेंस डेली? कंपनी में ऐसा बहुत होता है कि देयर आर 10 पर्सन्स इन ए 10 पोस्ट. सपोज यू आर ए सेल्स मैनेजर, द अदर इज ए मार्केटिंग मैनेजर. अब उसको सैलरी देना है तो कैसे देंगे? उसके परफॉर्मेंस की बेस. So this thing also says that thing that if you are recording each and everyone's performance, then you can pay the salary on that basis. And corrective measures. If there are some suggestions that to improve our business, then that suggestions can only be taken decision if we are writing up these things properly. Now all these were the advantages. Now also there will be some limitations. We are going for that limitations on page number 6. Non-financial transactions. Yesterday we have discussed we can only write up such things which have a value in money. So non-monetary thing, what they are writing, non-monetary or non-financial things cannot be recorded. Suppose previously I have given an example for all the workers. Some worker is working very good, the other is also working very good, and they are getting the salary on their performance. But for example, if one of the worker is working very good, it's no doubt, but also he is very honest to his work. Now his honesty cannot be recorded in terms of money. For example, if you are very honest, then we can't say that your honesty is of 100 rupees, or if someone is very angry, then we cannot say that your anger is of 200 rupees. So such non-monetary or non-financial transactions cannot be recorded in accounting. Stable value of money. Now stable means same. For suppose if we have started our business in the year 2001, हमने हमारा business 2001 में start किया है. At that time we have purchased a building worth rupees 1 lakh. अब एक सिंपल थिंग सब समझ सकते हैं कि एक बिल्डिंग जो हम 2001 में 1 लाख में परचेस करते हैं उसकी आज वैल्यू ज्यादा होगी. Why? We have seen previously only that year was very past year, and every year the value will increase for this building and land. हमारे घर की भी value increase होती है. So this increased value, previously this was of 1 lakh. Now this increased value cannot be recorded. Now you all may be thinking, हम क्यों ये record नहीं कर सकते हैं? तो record इसलिए नहीं कर सकते हैं कि हमने purchase किया है 1 lakh में, तो हमने sale नहीं किया है, तब तक वो हम record कर सकते नहीं हैं. Then next, historical transactions or events. कल हमने देखा कि हम हमारी जो भी historical information है business की accounting, वो compare करके अपना performance देख सकते हैं. But sometimes that historical information is vanished, is lost. Suppose this book is lost of account, then how you will track the accounts? So this is again a limitation. Okay, in today's world I have said everything is computerized, so data is safe. But by some our mistake that data is lost, then that is again a limitation to the account. Avoidance of market value. Suppose in market the value of a thing increases a lot, but we cannot write same example for this building. For stable value of money, point number 2, and for point number 4 they are almost same. Its market value is increasing, but we cannot record it in our book of accounts. The reason we will see for the next chapter. Use of estimates. Now accounting is such a thing where we are writing up the accounts through our estimates only. I said there are rules to write up the accounts, but everything we cannot record in terms of money. Also value of each thing also cannot be determined. So it is just a type of estimate. So it is possible that the value of a thing may be more, but we are recording it less. So again this will become a limitation. And the last, ड्यूअल स्टैंडर्ड्स. मैंने बोला कि अकाउंटिंग में रूल्स होते हैं, दैट इज ट्रू, बट समटाइम्स ड्यू टू सम रीजंस दैट रूल्स गोइंग ऑन चेंजिंग. Now if we don't know that rules have changed to write off the accounts, or you may be thinking for any purpose. Suppose if we are working in a company, then the rules of company is that to do this thing compulsory. For example, in current situation, you need a health checkup. If you are working in a company, then daily your health will be checked up. Now sometimes by knowingly or unknowingly you are not following that thing, then you are not following the rules. So this is also that thing, that some rules are to be followed but we are not following it, we are doing on ourselves only, then it is again becoming a limitation. So comparison is not possible. So that was about the advantages and limitations of accounting, and the next topic we will see tomorrow itself, same time. Okay.